The call came at 11:47 p.m. No name, just a vibration against the coffee table, soft and impatient, like it knew it shouldn't exist. I watched the phone light up our living room wall, blue against the dark, while my wife slept on the couch, her head tilted toward the man she trusted more than anyone. Her best friend. She stirred. Not awake, just enough to whisper his name. Not mine. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. I just listened to the quiet hum of the house, the refrigerator clicking like it was counting seconds, waiting for something to break. She had told me earlier that night she was borrowing him, borrowing my man, for advice. She said casually, smiled, like people do when they're sure you're too stupid or too loyal to question them. The phone stopped vibrating. A message appeared. Living room. Now. I didn't open it. I didn't need to. I stood up slowly, like sudden movements might shatter whatever illusion was still holding this place together. I looked at them. Two silhouettes sharing a couch. Two lives leaning into each other in the dark. Something cold settled in my chest. Not pain. Focus. I went to the closet instead. Reached behind the winter coats. Pulled out the small black camera I'd bought months ago and never expected to use. By the time I mounted it above the bookshelf, my hands were steady. That scared me more than anything. It started weeks earlier. Little things. The kind people dismiss because love teaches you to lie to yourself before anyone else has to. She stopped telling me about her day. He started finishing her sentences. They shared looks that didn't include me. Private, sealed, practiced. She called him when we argued. He defended her too quickly. I told myself it was normal. Friendship. History. Trust. That's how betrayal survives. It hides inside reason. The night she used the word borrow, something cracked. People don't borrow people. They justify access. After that, I watched. I learned the rhythm of their communication. The pauses before she answered my questions. The way his phone stayed face down when he visited. How she showered after he left. I never confronted them. Confrontation is for people who still hope to be wrong. I installed the camera the next morning, angled just wide enough to catch the couch, the coffee table, the doorway. Then I waited. I kissed her goodbye every day. Ate dinner with him twice a week. Laughed at jokes that weren't funny. Inside, my mind was mapping patterns, building timelines, counting lies. Patience is power when you stop needing reassurance. 3 nights later, the footage delivered exactly what silence had promised. No rusing, no desesperación, just comfort. Her legs folded under her like she belonged there. His hand resting on her knee, casual, familiar, earned. The kind of touch you don't negotiate. You inherit it through repetition. They talked softly about me, about how I was solid, predictable, safe. She kissed him like punctuation. The camera caught everything. I watched it once. That was enough. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I downloaded the file, backed it up, labeled it with the date. Evidence doesn't need emotion. The next evening, I invited him over. Just him. She looked confused. He didn't. We sat where they had sat, the camera blinking above us like an unblinking eye. I poured him a drink, asked him how his wife was. He answered too quickly. I handed him my phone and pressed play. No explanation. No accusation. Just truth. He didn't make it 30 seconds. His face collapsed inward like a building imploding. He tried to speak, tried to reach for the phone, like maybe he could pull himself out of it. I leaned back. Sit, I said. He sat. I told him I'd already sent a copy to his wife. Scheduled. Delayed. Time for when she'd be alone. Then I told him about the camera. The silence that followed was pure, unfiltered fear. Later that night, I showed her. She didn't deny it. Didn't apologize. She just asked how long I'd known. That told me everything I needed. I packed one bag. Left the house keys on the table under the camera. Walked out while she was still explaining herself to the walls. Now, months later, people ask if I regret not fighting. Not yelling. Not trying to save it. They don't understand. I didn't lose anything. I removed myself from a lie that needed my presence to survive. 2 marriages ended. A friendship burned to ash. All I did was watch. Some truths don't need revenge. They just need to be seen. And once they are, you're free.